You know what? I changed my mind. You suck. Today on SB Fantasy Football.
It's terrible.
And welcome to the SB Fantasy Football Podcast with your pals Alan and Rapid Dave. I'm Alan.
I'm Rapid Dave.
How you doing, buddy?
Man, that open was great. I changed my mind. You suck.
You suck. And just so you know, that means, what are we talking about? Guys that we thought were good when we did our rankings, but we've since changed our mind.
We're having some
things of
repercussions,
cold feet. Cold feet. We're sitting there, everyone's in the chapel, the bride's waiting, and you're just sitting there. You're like, you know what? I don't think I'm quite ready for this yet.
Oh, God. And there's a lot of players out there. And the more you listen to other shows and, listen to how training camp's going, people are getting punched, there's fights breaking out and shit like that. And boy, oh boy, it really does. It takes you back a notch. And it makes me even more nervous.
You got Dak in mid-season form, already throwing picks. But let's get into it. For me, it's running backs. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of them. Like, one, when we did our running back episode, I was like, hey, I still love Dalvin Cook. I don't really care where he goes, but he still hasn't signed. Yeah. Like, that, to me, that's crazy, right?
Says it's possibly the Jets, which it should be the Jets, I think, is what's going to happen. But, yeah, no, he's still not signed, just kind of hanging around. I'm like, this guy's too talented to be just hanging around.
To not be on a roster already, right?
Yeah.
Teams should have been jumping at him, but they're not. Mm-hmm. You've got, I'll tell you what's crazy to me, this whole Jonathan Taylor situation.
It's bonkers.
Because you got the owner coming out talking about how he's not that great. And, like, if he dies tomorrow, no one's going to remember who Jonathan Taylor is, or whatever, right?
Irsay said that?
Yeah, Irsay dies, right? But then you had the news come out where the Colts were going to put him on the non-football related injury list because he had a back injury. Yeah. And then Jonathan Taylor comes out and goes, I've never had back pain, never reported back pain, not sure who these sources are, but find a new one.
Well, I mean, we have no idea because you left Vegas as soon as training camp started.
No, that's Josh Jacobs.
Oh,
I'm talking about Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Excuse me.
Yeah, you're doing great.
The middle son of Home Improvement. Check him out. I love it. It's on Disney Plus now.
Not the same guy.
Yeah. Oh, it's not?
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about a guy that seriously had
he's 24.
An injury-riddled season.
2 seasons ago, he had an injury, and he was recovering last year, right?
It's still like a terrible offense. You don't know what's going on with the quarterback situation. Everybody is shut down on running backs in the league. Like, it is like we're not paying anybody all of a sudden.
And you got backs holding out. Josh Jacobs, which is the guy that we talked about. Uh-huh. Now I'm almost like I don't want to draft him at all. Like, I was kind of avoiding him, but like even if he falls to me, it's like, where do you want to take that guy? Because you don't know if he's going to play with the Raiders. He's going to be traded. If he's going to be traded, who's he going to get traded to? Yeah. Are they going to trade him? Because you ain't getting much for a running back these days.
I want to be the first pick overall or the 10th pick overall. I don't want anything in between because I want all that garbage out of my way. Like, number one, I'll still be fine.
I'll just take wide receivers. Like, I'm fine with that.
You're okay with that?
Although, let's talk about Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp, hamstring issue. They say it's going to be a few weeks. He'll be ready by the time the season starts, but guy's coming off a lower body injury last year. Now he's got a hamstring issue. He's like 28, I think he is. And the stats, the percentage for a re-injury on a hamstring, double once you get to 28 years old.
I could probably,
for a re-injury. So what? I don't want to touch him now.
Well, he slides to I'm not drafting him because why am I going to risk my first round pick re-injuring, a hamstring or something like that? He moves from, hey, it's going to bounce back and have an amazing year to I'm not touching him. That's what happens. And so that's what exactly
drastically changes in my rankings.
Yeah. I mean, he becomes not. Do you draft him in the second round? He comes back.
No.
Say you got like the 5th pick, or you got the whatever. No. So you're not even picking him in the second round. At what round would you even take him? Are you just avoiding him? Like, no, I'm not. Third round.
I want someone to take him.
Yeah.
So I don't have to make that choice.
Exactly. And that's the route I'm going to take on this as well. I'm going to say I'm not drafting Cooper Kupp. I'm just not doing it.
I start having discussions with myself around the 3rd, 4th round.
If he's still sitting there?
If he's still sitting there.
Okay, I got
First, second round, I'm good.
Yeah, just pick somebody else.
3rd, 4th round, let's talk about
Let's talk about
Let's talk.
Yeah.
But then you had the news breaking that Alvin Kamara was going to meet with Goodell today about a possible suspension because he pleaded no contest.
Then Sleeper popped up and said, hey, he's going to be suspended. You just don't know how much time.
Yeah. So
I'm not touching him.
But what that does for me is that bumps up Jamal Williams' stock, though.
Yeah.
Because now you've got an offense where you're going to have a split backfield to this is his backfield now. This is Jamal Williams' backfield.
Because you have to assume you're going to be suspended for at least, 3 to 6 games, I would say.
Somewhere around there, I would think.
Which is, a considerable amount, for fantasy life, fantasy world. I'm not going out of my way and drafting Kamara now in the second round.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Or not? Hell, some people talk about the first round. I go, nope.
Not this guy.
Yep. I love Kamara.
Yeah.
Big fan. Huge fan over the years for him.
Who else we got? What else are you thinking here?
I mean, off the top of my head, you know who I'm going? You know who I don't want? J.K. Dobbins.
But funny you mentioned him because he hasn't shown up in camp yet.
Yeah, he's holding out, and
but
he just
it's not a story. That's the thing. Like it's a non-story. I saw the story today because they were talking to Melvin Gordon about it, and he's like, "Oh, he's sitting out." But it's not like a national story like Josh Jacobs and some of these other guys who are sitting out.
Yeah,
it's just a non-story.
Yeah,
which is crazy. But yeah, no, J.K. Dobbins is sitting out. Which I mean, I wasn't that high on J.K. Dobbins to begin with this year because just injuries every year and all that. But now I'm just like, I'm good, bro.
Yeah, thanks. And now I'm even more in on the bus because Gus gets it done. And if you don't like Gus Edwards, then hey, sorry, but the Baltimore Ravens do.
I was waiting for like in is it Ricky Bobby? You don't like Big Red?
Yeah, I mean, because I'll be honest, I mean he's still been a late round pickup, since I don't know how long, and then people used to draft him in the 3rd or 4th round anyways because he was the guy that made it through training camp and he would always perform.
Does this do something for Melvin Gordon stock?
A little bit. Gives a little wiggle down there.
A little wiggle?
Yeah.
Maybe like a late round flyer or something like that?
If you get to late rounds and Melvin Gordon's still sitting around like in the 13th round, let me go check out and see what's going on over there.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Yep, exactly.
Remember me? Mm-hmm. I had you a few years ago when you were good.
And I still love you. I still love you.
Let's go take over the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Tim Patrick, Achilles, done. Like a non-contact. Like, have you seen the video?
These
he's just running and it just goes down.
It's the craziest thing. I don't know what's going on with these preseason, it's not even preseason, it's training camp injuries and stuff like that. Even with Burrow, you're talking about a calf injury, and these players are just dropping. I'm like, what the hell's going on? These guys are supposed to be elite. Sprinting should not be a problem.
Patrick's coming off the ACL injury last year, right? And now overcompensate. Was he overcompensating? Did he not, get back into the swing of things? Who knows? But ruptured Achilles and now he's done. But Burrow, what does this injury for Burrow do anything for you with his draft status?
He's not going to miss the initial snap there. They're just going to silence him just like he did last year. He wasn't even the only time he was in training camp. Last year was
an appendix.
He was sitting there driving around on a golf cart, just screwing around the whole time. And this year, it's like, okay, so it's 2 to 4 weeks. That's how long it's going to last. So I think by opening day or whatever, he should be fine. They're going to monitor it. They're going to watch it and whatnot. But if he's not ready, he's still so elite. I mean, a lot of people have him ranked number 2 behind Pat Mahomes.
Right.
So no, I'm not drafting Burrow, and I love Burrow, but I'm still not. Me personally, I'm not drafting him.
Is he in your top 5 of quarterbacks for fantasy this year? So?
Oh, sure. I mean, he could finish top 3, but am I drafting him? No, because I'm not pulling the trigger on. Once that bubbles popped, where they start going after, like when Pat Mahomes gets drafted or whatever, I'm not buying in the first round.
Okay,
I'm not doing it.
So let me ask you this. Let's throw this out there.
All right.
You're in a draft where you have to draft by position each round. Okay.
You have to by position each
round?
By
position. So in this round, all you're drafting is quarterbacks.
Okay. All right.
What pick are you at when you take Burrow?
Maybe 4th or 5th. 5th, maybe.
So you're still keeping him in your top 5?
Yeah, I would say so, because I'm going to go Mahomes, Allen. Then it starts, you get to Jalen Hurts. Yeah, I mean, by the time my 5th comes around, I probably got to go with Burrow. Okay. I mean, I would almost slide the running back out of Baltimore in.
Well, again, you're just taking quarterbacks.
No. The running back that plays quarterback, and I love Lamar Jackson. I'm a big fan of him. I just wanted to make a joke, but
big fan, huge fan.
Yeah. No, Lamar Jackson over. So Joe Burrow would be number 5.
Number 5.
Yeah. I mean, I can see him pushing him out.
No Herbert ahead of him.
If Herbert or Tua.
Herbert. Okay. Yeah. So those are 2 names that.
Yeah. I think so. I think I could push him out of my top 5 where I don't want him because I'm afraid of the injury. But then again, you got Tua that he's one shot away from his career being over, and he's in the booth. But you got Herbert that's supposed to have a phenomenal year. Last year he was supposed to have a phenomenal year, and he totally bust. Like, it was the biggest waste of time ever. He's got that massive contract. I think he's getting paid $52 million a year now.
He's the highest paid player in the league.
And so he better perform. He's got nothing but talent around him. He's surrounded by so much freaking talent. I like the Chargers are going to be must-watch TV all season.
But a couple of that talent, you gotta hope they stay healthy. And Williams and Keenan Allen.
Well, Keenan Allen, yeah, he's getting a little. But Mike Williams
has battled injuries his entire career.
Yeah, but he's be
no,
all right.
don't.
He's be all right.
Okay.
They got Austin Eckler in the back, and just is going to be taking dump offs.
I do like Quentin Johnson
Yeah.
being added to that team. I think he'll have a pretty good year. I think he might end up as like the number 2 receiver there as far as numbers are concerned. Because I think he'll be healthy for the full year versus Keenan Allen will miss some time and Mike Williams will miss some time.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just terrifying, and we're only in that wasn't even preseason ball. That was training camp, and you see all these injuries. You see all these disgruntled employees, disgruntled teammates. Travis Kelce punched a freaking guy earlier. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell's going on? Like, what did he yell something at him? Because I didn't see anything crazy.
You've got the whole Dallas defense hates Dak. You had Micah Parsons take him down in practice the other day, and he hit him low.
Went low
and like after that, he was on with the hard line talking to them. They're asking about that, and they're like, well, you and Dak, and he just goes, Dak's not my friend.
Oh God,
he's not my friend.
That's
like he's out there. That Cowboys offense can't get practice in with Parsons there because he's blowing everybody up. He looks absolutely insane. Like no matter who they put there, they put Tyron Smith in front of him.
Yeah.
And he just knocks him down like he's nothing.
Jeez. Like
the dude is insane this year. You got
I don't know if that's
Diggs,
good or bad for
you got Diggs getting into him, calling him a little little B, was it PAB?
Don't ever be called a PAB, a punk ass bitch, and then as the guy's walking away 10 feet away, then you throw him the ball while his back's turned. That's a punk ass bitch move. I mean, come on. But you got Jerry Jones coming out and talking about how everything's set up for Dak or whatever. I mean, they're building everything around this guy.
It is, but then he goes out and talks all the trash about Zach Martin, talking about how he's not the best lineman in the league, who has more all-pro selections than holding calls in his career. Like, I think he had his second holding call of his career this last season. It's insane. He's the best offensive lineman, and Jerry's like, I'm not paying him anymore.
He goes, the cash isn't there for this year. That's the reason why they're talking about, like, it's just not there. They need to spend it elsewhere this year, and they'll come back and get him. Of course they're not gonna let him go. And if they do, hey, that's their plan, because someone's gonna overpay, and it'll be next year, and someone's gonna just pay out. But
it's a matter of it's the guaranteed money, because like his guaranteed money it's all gone now.
Yeah.
So like he's not making nothing. But if you just go and you have a lot, the Cowboys haven't spent any cap money. If you just go and throw 14 mil down and give him guaranteed, he's back, and that doesn't cost you anything. That's not going to prevent you from re-signing Micah or any of these other Micah or CD. You're still going to be able to re-sign both of those guys and not have any problems.
Yeah.
But hey, make sure you extend Trayvon Diggs, because otherwise, who's going to get burnt for a bunch of touchdowns? But it'll get you a few picks.
He is one of those players,
boom or bust,
where the fans love him here in Dallas, because you know what happens? Big plays. They don't think about the big plays where he gives up massive plays.
No,
they think about the big plays where he intercepts a ball that's 20 yards underthrown, and the reason he's there is because the receiver's 20 yards down the road.
And the quarterback underthrew him.
And it's the quarterback that effed up. And so, but he's there. He already got roasted, but the ball falls in his hand and goes, I'm gone. Yeah. And so he'll just take off. Well, no kidding, because everybody else is down the freaking field. He either gives up a touchdown or he gets a touchdown. And that's Cowboy fans love that kind of shit. They do. Oh my God, it's amazing. Yeah. They're the Romo fans.
But the problem is they went so many years without even getting turnovers.
Yeah.
To where when you get a guy who has all these turnovers, who's having more, he's getting more turnovers in a season than the whole team did.
Yeah.
In years. Yeah, get excited about it.
They had a terrible defense for the last 10 years, or if not longer, all the way back to let's call it all the way to the 90s. They had terrible defense for like 20 years. Or 30 years at this point. I think, hell, we're getting old.
I don't even know.
But you're talking about that, and it's like finally a guy that can get interceptions and run it. They're like, oh yeah, look at us go. I'm like, yeah, not that great, but Michael Parsons, the guy is an amazing player. They've drafted right,
arguably the best defensive player in the league.
Yeah, and they've brought in real good talent and things like that. But yeah, for me, if I got to spend money on the team, I'm not spending on Diggs, and no shot against Diggs. I'm just saying he's made a good name for himself because he somehow gets absolutely roasted on routes. And then he's just there because they're playing Matt Ryan, and he can only throw it 30 yards.
And to bring this back to fantasy, if you're in a league that does IDP, draft Micah Parsons #1 as your first defensive player.
Yeah.
Because that dude is insane. He's nonstop all the way through. He's going to be your best defensive player this year. He's going to have the sacks, tackles for losses, tackles, interceptions, fumble recoveries, forced fumbles. He's going to do it all. And like he was talking yesterday, like I just need to go home until the season starts because he goes full bore. He doesn't take it easy during practice.
Yeah.
And that's why he's talking about, I don't take it easy in practice. Dak was there and I hit him.
Yeah.
So what? You don't want me to hit you? Get out of the way.
And just to round this off real quick, we're about done here. Let's be honest, the Indianapolis Colts are in absolute trouble. Boiler's like, I'm in on the league. He's in on the buy-in. He hates everything right now because you do have Jonathan Taylor, as we talked about. That's an entire, PR terrible move by your agent type move, that he went after. But also on top of that,
this is all on the owner. This is all on Jim Irsay.
Zach Moss broke his arm. You got Jonathan Taylor holding out, so then it's time to dial up Nyheim Hines. Nyheim Hines is going to be a second-round pick this year. Watch out because they're coming from the Bills. They're right now talking with the Bills. Is it no? Does Nyheim Hines go out there, or is he coming back? I heard they got to bring him in.
Nyheim Hines is out for the year because he got hit by a jet ski.
Oh, my God. Is that the guy who broke his leg?
Yeah.
Same guy?
Yeah.
Huh. No way. I thought it was another dude that got hit by a jet ski.
No, it was
What
Nyheim
the hell's his
Hines.
name?
Who the hell am I thinking about there?
I don't know.
No. The Colts are going to have another player, but it's like
He was on the Bills.
It's a name from the past, though. And I swear to God, they were going to bring over somebody else, and it was like, okay, well, you know who to dial up. And as soon as that name comes to me, oh my God, because he's going to be a number 2 round pick because Taylor's holding out.
Taylor wants to be traded.
And he wants to be traded. Then you got Zach Moss breaking his arm. So now it's like, what the hell? It's a guy that, he's a PPR magnet 3 years ago. And it was amazing. But anyways, can't wait to see.
Great stuff.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm talking about the whole Nyheim Hines things that we already talked about.
I can't think of his name.
We've exchanged text messages and all that.
Yeah,
about
I know
him.
it. But no, there's someone else's name just sitting there.
I don't know.
And
I don't
it's
know
like,
talking about James White.
No. James Cook. He's going to tear it up in Buffalo this year.
Yeah, will he? Or is he just not that great?
No, he's going to be good. He's
We'll
going to be
see.
good. Yeah. I wish I knew who the third string running back was out of the Colts right now because I'd love to
Why
know.
don't you just look up the Colts depth chart?
I can't even spell Indianapolis Colts right now.
Just type Colts. You don't have to spell Indianapolis.
What? You don't have to spell Indianapolis?
No, just spell Colts.
How do you spell Colts?
I don't know, man.
Nah, it's none of those guys.
Those guys all suck.
No, it was because you got Deion Jackson back there, he played a good role for like 2 games, 3 games last year. But then you got Evan Hull out of there. There's another guy that they're talking about bringing back. He's a PPR guy, and he was a PPR magnet. So, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Hey, maybe Dalvin Cook.
Bruh.
But he probably going to go there after all the trash that Irsay talked about running backs. So we'll see what happens. But
I mean, if there's like a billion of them, and they're wanting like $40 million a year, and you're like, well, there's a billion of you. I mean, are you paying? How much you paying for a Cook?
I'm paying what he's asking.
What's he asking?
I don't know, but I'm paying it. Like Dalvin Cook is a difference maker on your team.
Long term, 5 years, $30 million a year.
I give him like a 3-year deal.
3 year, $30 million a year.
Yeah, sure.
$90 million. Okay.
Yeah.
All guaranteed, right?
Sure.
Oof. And I love Dalvin Cook. That's a lot of dough.
But I mean, if you got with the Lions, no, I wouldn't sign him because I like our running back situation. But if you're a team that needs a run, like a Miami Dolphins. Or even the Jets, because you got Breece Hall, but Breece Hall's coming off an ACL.
That's the whole thing with the Jets now. So if Dalvin Cook could sign to the Jets, I'm out on Breece Hall. He's not even in my rankings anymore.
I'm out on Breece Hall just because he's coming off an ACL injury.
Yeah. He's so far down, it's like I can't risk it anymore. And if Dalvin Cook gets in there, then Dalvin Cook, first round or second round? In a redraft 12-team PPR league.
I'm close first round.
First round?
Yeah, first, second round.
Yeah, Definitely.
Depends on what pick I got.
If I'm sitting there,
if I got like a top 3 pick, no.
Oh no. I'm talking 10, 11, or 12.
Yeah, if I'm late in the first round. Oh. Yeah, if I have the last pick in the first round, I'm just gonna draft in the second round just because I can.
So you do the reference, you know what? Second round pick for you, buddy. Yeah. You'll pick someone else.
So at the end, so when we look at my team and how good we did over the year, be like, yeah, look, I got Dalvin Cook in the second round.
Yeah. God. Anyways, yeah, I got that.
Hey, is there anyone that you guys have changed your mind on that you're completely out on? Let us know. Shoot us over an email, strikeupbeer@gmail.com, or if you're watching the video of this, just go ahead and leave a comment on there and just be like, hey, moron, you forgot about this guy. And be like, oh, yeah.
Maybe don't feed the dog the napkins.
I thought you were going to be a professional broadcaster. I don't know.
Not here on YouTube.
But hey, guys, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you guys, and we love you guys. As always, I'm Alan.
Rapper Dave.
Talk to you guys later. Deuces.
Who the hell is that guy?
Thanks for listening to the SB Fantasy Football Podcast.